Hi there, welcome to the Obachanchatter. Hello. Hi, I'm here today with you to recap the Real Housewives of Dubai, Season 2, Episode 4, Drama Queens. Okay, we start off with Toleen on this episode. She's doing a workout. She does like a boot camp that she invites the women to. She said when she first moved to Dubai with Ralphie, she didn't have any friends, and Ralphie was always working. So she just worked out all the time. That's all she did, and she enjoys working out. So she gives a class. They flipping tires and sprinting with parachutes on and lifting weights and throwing weight balls. They just doing that. She's just working out. So she's talking with her friend. She said she misses working out and that she's looking forward to getting back into it. But Ralphie wants to have a boy because she only has two girls, and he said he wants a son to carry the name. But she was like she ready to get back to work. I don't know about no baby, but she said her husband talk about it all the time. So we're at Michael's house where Caroline and Sergio are packing to try to move into their new house today. You can tell he's frustrated and she's frustrated. He keep trying to talk to her. She keeps saying, "Stop trying to talk to me. Just do that, and I'll do my stuff myself." But he keep interrupting her, so they arguing so bad that her friend Michael come back in the room. He said, "Hey, what's all this yelling? What's going on?" And then Caroline starts talking to Michael, and Sergio get upset. And he said, "I'm the man. You talk to me. I'm your husband." So they start arguing and shit because they just frustrated and they're ready to go. So they arguing because she said, "You just keep calling me, just leave me alone. Let me take care of this stuff." Because she said she's got to do it because Sergio can't they turn on your power and lights and shit and get your water and stuff turned on. You have to be a resident of Dubai and you have to have lived there 3 years, and he has not been there long enough. So he just I'm you talking to Michael, I'm asking you stuff, and he said, "I'm the man of the house, I'm the man of the house." And I was like, "Not at this house, Michael. Not at this house, Sergio. This is Michael house." So anyway, we watched Lisa getting ready to go do something while her mama babysits her boys. And she was like, "Don't give no candy." And her mama said, "Don't police how I babysit, girl. Go mind your business." So she's like, "Okay." So Lisa and Ayan are going to a dentist because Ayan don't know how old she is. I don't. She got to be at least 50, at least a little bit, maybe 52. And she don't got a birth certificate. They don't do birth certificates over there where she at. So she going to the dentist so he can tell her how old she is. He going to like do a study her teeth or whatever, and then be able to reach out to her in a couple of days to tell her how old she has gotten. So Caroline shows up to the dentist. So when Caroline show up, Ayana already in the back. She talks to Lisa, and they just start saying. So Caroline was like, "So what's up?" So when the dentist finally get finished with her, they all Lisa and Caroline walk back there where Ayan is. And how old is she? And the dentist said, "I won't be able to tell you that for a few days." So before Caroline showed up, Lisa and Ayan was in the waiting room talking, and she was like, um, Caroline, when she's curious to know how old you are, and she said, "But you look," and she told Caroline the same thing. She said, Caroline and Lisa said the same thing. She said, "She looked good." And then Caroline said, "You know what they say? That's right, girl. Black don't crack." As I'm every bit of almost 60, baby. 2 years, I'll be 60. Don't feel it. Okay, you could say I look like it, but I don't feel 60. Even with the shit I got going on, my medical stuff, I don't feel 60. So anyway, Ayan is having a Queen's dinner, and she having it at the same place Beyonce concert was. So she want all the ladies to wear black. So Lisa asked Caroline about her and Brooks, and Caroline said, "Listen, I've been a good friend to Brooks. I don't know what's wrong, Brooks." She said, "But I can be cordial. I'm cool." She's like, "I'm all right. I'm good." So she said we could be good at coexisting in the same areas. So when Caroline go back there to see Ayan, her X-rays for her mouth are still up, and Ayan and the Caroline said, "Where your teeth?" She said her whole bottom. She said, "Oh, mine's the same way. I got a couple missing at the top and at the bottom." And she said, "You gonna get more teeth?" And I understand. I never thought about it. She ain't gonna get no more teeth, child. So, and Caroline confessional, she was like, "Yeah, I ain't know." She said, "No wonder she's so skinny. All her food falling out the side of her mouth, which she don't have no teeth." And she said, "That's crazy." And what's even more crazy is I don't know where I am from, but she said her mama pour her teeth out with herself. She even the dentist was like, "Huh?" So anyway, we are now at Brooke's house, and she's having an army style party for her son, who was a tween, who don't want to hug her no more. He don't want to kiss her. You know, he feel like he a big boy. So her mom is coming from Boston for the party, and she tells her mom that Tolly asked about her. And mom said, "Really?" She said, "Yeah." And she said, "Me and Caroline are arguing." She was like, "Really?" She said, "You know, you love Sergio." And the mom was like, "Yeah, I really like Sergio." She said, "Well, I see what's going on when I get there." So Sarah and Saba, her friend Saba, they eat lunch together, and they just talking. And then Akeem calls. Akeem is a guy that Sarah met in Germany. I think she said she was on business. And she said, "Ooh, he saw." She said she was somewhere working out, or she was somewhere. I think she said the gym. And this tall, handsome thing just walked in, and he is cute. I think he handsome too, girl. You can pick him. So Sarah says she likes a Kim, and Saba, her friend, say, "Well, I got to interview him before you can go out with him. You know, he got to pass my test." So Caroline and Sergio are finally in their new home. They're gonna spend their first night there together. She said the kids is trying to get their room together. She said she don't even care if she have a bed. She just can't wait to get in her house. That house look like it's nice too. I don't like that big ass that light fixture with all them round balls that's all hooked up like that and they just hanging down. That shit like it's about to fall off the ceiling. I think I like everything else. I didn't like that. So she excited about being in her new house. And she said the house is not finished yet, but they was like, "Fuck it, we moving in here." Um, so Sergio started talking to Caroline, and he said when we was at Michael's house, he said it was real stressful. I think I didn't know I had that much build up in me when I see Michael. I think he said he's gonna apologize to him. And I put right here, I think I might like the house. I leave my nose ring alone. Okay, so we got Tony at home with Gigi, and Gigi wants some cookies. So uh, Tarlene was saying that she glad that she in Dubai because she got a cook, they got a driver, and they have a nanny. She said, "Oh, this is wonderful being in Dubai, but you had that same shit in the States too. You probably just gonna pay more money for it." Because I think in Dubai, I want to say I think like the salaries for like domestic shit is probably like about $1,100 $1,200 a month. But from my concern, from what I think though, I think that when they doing them type of jobs, now I'm gonna just leave that alone. As I was gonna think when I was in Dubai and I saw domestic workers, well, none of them Arab. They was all from foreign countries. They was like, there's some anywhere, Africa. There was some anywhere, but it wasn't no people from the Dubai people wasn't working. They're not when I was there, and that's been about 10 years ago. So Tarlene is asking her husband how the conversation went with her and the men. Oh gosh, my hair is so dry. How the conversation went between Sergio, with her and him and the gentleman. He said it was cool. You said, Ralphie said we older than Sergio, you know. So we was trying to give him some advice, and he was saying that the marriage was that it's chaotic, it's hard, and it probably is because you newlywed, you moving in somebody else's shit, your house ain't ready yet. She got 3 kids and used to being single and by yourself. So, and you 20 years, I think, younger than Caroline. So what Rafi was telling Toleen is that Sergio said that Caroline's children are very disrespectful to him. So Toleen said, you didn't hear what she said to him at the party, Rafi? And she said 2 fucked up things to him. First, she said, you run behind my mama, wimpy like a little puppy dog or some shit. And then when she changed that, they had it was a man and woman cake, a man and woman on for their get out my house cake thing, that celebration. And the daughter, I think her name Jasmine, she switched the heads around after she put Caroline's head on Sergio's body and Sergio head on Caroline's body. She asked Sergio how does it feel to be wearing a dress or something. She said some smart ass shit. And this is what I would do if I was him. You would have to knock that shit in the bud yourself, because Caroline has told Tyleen that she talks to her daughter, and she said they got her and her daughter have really dry sense of humor, but her daughter should not be joking with Sergio like she does. That's his wife, and she a grown ass woman. You is a kid. You 17, but you still in a kid's place. So my thing is, fuck what Caroline say. The next time she say something to me, she won't say it again. She be telling her father some shit I said. Yeah, I be like, listen, don't fuck with me. I ain't no kid. And then you probably won't have to say nothing. You probably can't say it to her like that. But I said it to her like that. When Caroline came to me and said something, I be like, what wife? What wife? Fuck you gonna do? Nothing. She can go live with her daddy. She talking shit to me. So anyway, while we still in Colleen's kitchen and she baking a cake. I swear I ain't see her she baking cookies. I ain't see her put no water, nothing. And all I saw her ask her husband, which lets me know she don't know how to cook. Can you put aluminum in the oven? What bitch? Can you put aluminum? Okay. First of all, the microwave wasn't even discovered till 19. I don't know when the microwave was. I was still in junior high or high school. And I might be 10 years older than you, maybe 15, maybe 10, 12, Tyleen. You don't know that you can put aluminum foil in the oven. Child, you couldn't cook me nothing to eat. And then you ain't gonna cook me nothing to eat after you made 6 fucking cookies and your husband said, you only made 6 cookies to put in the oven? And she was like, yeah, there was something wrong. He was like, yeah, well, if the chef was here, he'd make about a dozen and a half of cookies. Damn. It's big ass cookies, so they ain't gonna be done in the middle one. So anyway, it's time for the party. And wouldn't you know it? I should have known but with it being an Ayan party, that she was gonna come in there with some bullshit on. Because that's exactly what she had on. This big ass ball gown that was black and white. First she told me to wear black, and she wore black and white. Then she had a crown on her head that was so big, it reminded me of a little when I was little fat cans of string beans or collard greens, the fat can that's short. That's what she learned her crown, like she had one of them like somebody had cut a can and sat on her head and just put a whole bunch of bullshit jewels and shit on top of it. She looked terrible. She had on too much. She just always fucking overdo it. But I wasn't disappointed when I seen them other ones come in. Tyleen, her mom and husband was helping her pick out a dress. The one that she wore, I liked it. They said the one that she picked out originally, her mama said it was too slutty. So Lisa, before she got there, her son was like, she said, I'm gonna wear this black dress. He said, yeah, you should wear this crown. She said, I'm not gonna wear this crown. As a matter of fact, I think it's tacky. But guess what? Everybody was supposed to wear a crown. So anyway, everybody showed up and they looking good. And Ayan, when she walked into the restaurant, she was like, I was here with Beyonce a couple weeks ago. I was in the VVIP section. He was like, where Beyonce was. And she said, I'll just sit here by myself. Where the girls? I think it's like 6:30. Where the girls? I can just entertain myself. Where the hell these girls at? So she beating on the table with her spoon because she's waiting for the girls to come. Then she doing some stupid ass dances. Just sit down. She gotta have camera time when ain't even nobody there but her to be on the camera. I'm like, golly. She's just being foolish. So when Sarah walk in, Lisa and Toleen, Brooks and Caroline, man, everybody look good except Ayan. I'm glad she's sitting down. I ain't really like Caroline dress that much. I would do Toleen next. Lisa was bad. Brooks, then I do Caroline, then I do Ayan. Yeah, I do it that way. So anyway, when everybody was showing up, um, Ayan was like, "Where's your crown? Where's your crown?" So cause Sarah ain't wearing no crown. She was like, "We supposed to wear a crown?" And she was like, "Girl, you gotta know when Ayan is throwing the party, she not gonna really be specific about the dress list, cause she wanted to be the dress best. But she ain't though. She's never the best dressed to me, so she can just forget that shit." So anyway, we all sitting there at the table now. It's time to start talking. So and of course, they start talking about that VVIP shit again. I'm like, oh my God, about 100 times. Even Tolly is sick of it. And I think, what's her name? And even Brooke is going back and forth. Well, I was VIP because I got a salon and blah, 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 blah. So, I'm just sick of hearing about it. So, next after that they do the small talk. And Caroline, I heard you moved into your house. She was like, "Yeah, we did. We getting settled in." Lisa, I heard your mama left. Yeah, she left today. She had a good visit. She gonna come live? Nah, her mama said, "I ain't coming up in here to live, girl. I got a life. And it ain't in Dubai. I come to Dubai only know but you and my grandsons. When I'm where I'm from in Miami, girl, I know everywhere I'm going. I know everybody. I know the language. So she said I had to see. Don't sound like she moving. It don't seem like Lisa know her to get back there either. So then they start doing this famous housewives shit when they go around the table. And I think it was Ayan who said it first. Please pick one of the queens at the table and tell them why you think she a queen. I ain't do all of them because I just get sick of hearing this shit. Tarlene tells Caroline that she thinks she's confident, that she's a role model, and that she did she that she the shit, she this, she that, she that. And then Lisa laughed. Lisa, we see her in the confession, she laughing a role model for who? For somebody 50-year old and over. So after Tarlene says that though, we go back to Lisa and her confessional. She said, "Ooh, look at the camera. Get on Brooke's face." And Brooke was over there at the table like this when she listened to Caroline and Tarlene talking about Caroline. So Tarlene asked to speak. So anyway, they all go through their shit, what they think of the other one. Brooke said that she thinks that Ayan is beautiful and she got a big heart. And she said some other shit about it, but I don't know. I hope it wasn't about no fashions. And then Ayan was like, "Oh my." Ayan was like, "Oh my. Oh, you're so sweet." And she said, "Brooks, I'm going to say this about you." She was like, "Brooks is," I don't know what she said about Brooks, but she said, Ayan said, "All I got to do is be nice to Brooke. And you be nice to her. That way you be nice. She won't treat you like a hungry hyena." So after they do all this, who the queen shit, why I think you're a queen at the table, Talene asked if she could speak to Caroline. She said, "I'll speak to you over here for a minute." So they get up and walk away from the table, and you should see the rest of them bitches' faces like, why they going over there to talk? So when they go over there and talk, when they sit down, Talene says, "Hey, I was when the men were talking at the house." She said, "Ralphie came home. He said that they was talking to Sergio. And Sergio ain't really feeling that good about stuff. So I just want to know if you was feeling okay." She said, "Because he said your kids are totally disrespectful." So Carl said, "Colleen, thank you for coming to tell me about this." She said, but I've talked to Sergio and I've set up the boundaries." And she said, "What else can I do?" You know what I mean? She said, "He taking on 3 kids. I'm 20 years older than him. He closer to that age as a brother or uncle than he is as a father. So, I don't know what to do." She said, "So, my kids is going to push boundaries." And that's where I said back here about 10, 15 minutes ago, his ass need to push boundaries back. You don't know how to talk to me, you gonna live with your goddamn daddy. Yeah, that's how I say it. That's all. So anyway, she said she didn't talk to Jasmine. So I said, Sergio need to go and close that loop. I said that shit. First time that bitch said something to me, she wouldn't say nothing else to me except for hey Sergio, yeah, or bye. So Toleen asked him if Toleen said, do you think that Sergio regrets being married? And she was like, I mean, no, Caroline was like, no. But if you do, I already done told him. Nigga, I'm about to have gray hair. Shit. I be 60, you 40. I mean, what we doing? So she said, I'm had gray hair. And Tolene said, girl, you ain't gonna let no hair on your head turn gray. She started laughing. She said, he gonna get him a young thing and I give me a sugar daddy. You won't be getting no sugar daddy. You almost 60. Y'all gonna be sugar daddies together. So when Tolly and Caroline go back to the table, Lisa say, what y'all was talking about? And they was like, wasn't nothing. And she was like, what you mean wasn't nothing? Y'all got them left from the table. I mean, I just want to know. She's like, it wasn't nothing. I was just talking. So she was like, somebody said mind your business or stay out of it or something. And she was like, so Tolleen was like, I just was talking to Caroline. We had to say something straight. She was like, well, okay then, bitch. And she was like, don't call me no bitch. And I think Lisa said bitch about 4 times. Well, you being bitchy. Stop being bitchy. And she was like, oh, well, this what she should have did. To me, Tolleen always said, Lisa, no harm, no harm. Lisa, mind your fucking business, yo. The reason why I pulled her away from the table was because I didn't want to talk in front of the table. Next. So anyway, her and Tolene go back and forth together, and everybody's sitting there looking right. And she was like, I was just asking. And because I want to know too. I know something wrong with you and something wrong with her. And I just want to know. And it ain't none of your fucking business. And Caroline said that she appreciated Tolene not pulling that shit up at the table about her family in front of everybody. And the Caroline, when she get home, she gonna check Sergio because she said, I'm not even really that close to Tolene, although I'm grateful that she came and told me my shit. But all shit that going on between us and our family, Sergio, I'm gonna have to teach you that shit stay home with us. So anyway, they get to arguing back and forth. And I think eventually they stop, but you can tell they stop arguing, but you can tell something still there between. Because Tarlene and Brooks is cool. So that's not cool. Excuse me, audience. I told him no. But listen, I need him to get some cereal or some kind of food. He been eating junk all day. Okay, thank you. Sorry, y'all, my grandbaby. So they was at the table. That bitch, move on. Bitch, you move on. So Tolly says that don't do that. Leaves, I don't like that. So I kind of took a gander at what's gonna happen next week, and I was just like, damn, they're gonna be. Well, actually, I'm gonna tell you when I saw them in the desert, they're going to sand surf, and fucking Ayan got this big ass baby blue ball gown on. I was like, next. So anyway, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you was here with me for 23 minutes and 30 seconds, and I love it.